Welcome to Shomach Shov on the Dav, the Shur Perek Chelik, or sponsor Lui Nishmas, Aaron Be'akashom, Le'abas Yitzchok. We're holding in Sanhedrin Daf Kuf Yud Aleph. The Gemara on the end of Amud Aleph brings the taina that Kodesh Baruch Hu Kivyochol had on Moshe Rabeinu. He said, the Avos HaKadoshim of Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, I promised them promises, and even though it seemed like he's not going to fulfill the promise, Lo hiru achar midoisai. They didn't question the Ribono Shel Olam to ask what happened with the promise. And the Gemara adds one more line. V'lo amru li ma shmecha. They didn't ask me for my name. Ve'ata, but you, Moshe Rabeinu, amarta li ma shmecha b'tchila. You asked me for my name right away in the beginning. Now, what does that have to do with anything? Why asking for the name has to do with questioning the promise of HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Moshe Rabeinu said, if the Am Yisrael asks, only Mashmoim, my or my Alem, what should I tell Am Yisrael? Then they ask me, what's the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu? What does that have to do with questioning the promise of HaKadosh Baruch Hu? And right in the beginning, the Gemara says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu revealed himself to Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov bekel shakai, with the name Kel Shakai. What does this have to do with anything? Why does this belong to the sugya? But the things come out very clear, based on Rashi in the beginning of Pashas Ve'ero, Al pi the biur of Moshe Shapir Zitzal. Rashi there bring, it says, Ve'ero el Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov bekel shakai ushmi Hashem lo nadati lehem. That's Lashon HaPasuk. I revealed myself to Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov in the name Kel Shakai, but the name Hashem I did not reveal to them. Says Rashi, Lo nikaiti lehem b'midah misa sheli. I did not reveal them with my true midah. Sheri hiftachti v'lo kiyamti. I promised them, but I did not fulfill my promise. Now, this Rashi is very hard to understand. What does it mean that Kodesh Baruch Hu promised to the Avos but didn't fulfill the promise? Of course he didn't fulfill the promise, because the fulfillment did not come yet. He promised them that the children will come back from Mitzrayim. He didn't fulfill it because it didn't come the time yet. So what does it mean? Yiftachti v'lo kiyamti? And what does this have to do with the midah of Hashem, that he did not reveal the name? Shmi Hashem lo nadati lehem lo nikarti b'midah misa sheli. What is this shaykh? So Moshe Rabeinu explained as follows. What is the uniqueness of Shem Hashem? The uniqueness of Shem Hashem, Yud Kei Vavke, except everything else, is that Yud Kei Vavke does not have any limitations of this world. Yud Kei Vavke means Hoyo Hoive V'Yeh U'Mehav Esakol. The whole world is created through Yud Kei Vavke. Other shemos are specific or in a certain boundary. They reveal themselves in a certain way. But Yud Kei Vavke has no limit. And the concept of no limit is expressed with the fact that it says Hoyo Hoive V'Yeh, past, present, and future at once. In this world, we have the limitations of time. And the limitations of time say, if I'm here right now, I'm not in the future. If I'm in the future, I'm not here. You can't be in both places at the same time. But if you're beyond the boundaries of this world, beyond the confines of time, so then it's past, present, future, all can be together. When a promise is done, when any time there's a promise that will happen in the future, not necessarily that promise will be fulfilled. Even if the promise comes from above, from Shemayim, still, as we learned earlier, maybe something wrong will happen, maybe something will be done and it will cause that promise not to be fulfilled. The fact that a promise was said today, there's no guarantees that it's going to happen later. But that's only if I'm waiting for the future. But if the future is already revealed to me, if I see the future in front of my eyes, if someone took a time machine and went to the future and saw that this thing actually happened, so it's not a promise, it's a fact. It already happened. When a Kodesh Baruch Hu gives a promise with the name Yud Kei Vavke, meaning he's talking about the future, it's not that something that will happen. It's something that already happened. It's the future is already here. Any haftacha that's connected to the revelation of Hashem Yud Kei Vavke is not a doubtful thing that may change. It already occurred in the future. And this was the big chiddush of Yetzias Mitzrayim, that the name Yud Kei Vavke was revealed to the world, was Mizgal L'Mais over here. The Avos HaKadoshim believed in it, but it wasn't revealed to them. So that's what Kodesh Baruch Hu tells Moshe Rabeinu in the beginning, in Parashat Va'ero. Va'ero el Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov bekel Shakai. I revealed to them my name, Kel Shakai, Omer Lo Omer Dai. Gvulim, there's boundaries. This is this world. Ushmi Hashem Yud Kei Vav Kei lo yinodat lem. I did not show them Yud Kei Vav Kei. Says Rashi, lo yinodati b'midah misis sheli. Sure, yiftachti v'lekiyamti. I give you a promise. I didn't fulfill it yet. I don't know if it's going to happen or not going to happen. I didn't show them the name Yud Kei Vav Kei. I didn't reveal with the name Yud Kei Vav Kei that they know that the future already happened. That's Gevaldik over there in the Pasuk in the beginning of Vayera. And in Melechur, that's Mamash Pshat in our Gemara. Says the Gemara, Moshe Rabeinu, right in the beginning said, what's your name? Meaning, what name do you guarantee that this promise will be fulfilled? Because says, I'm giving you the name Yud Kei Vav Kei. The future is already here. What the Chiddush in our Gemara is, the Moshe Rabeinu requested it. Said the Kosh Baruch Hu, the Avos HaKadosh never asked for guarantees in the future. But you began your shlichus right away in the beginning was, Vashimcha, what's your name? I want to know what's guaranteeing this fulfillment of the promise. Anyone who wants to join Shomar Shava emails to what's go, please email shomarshava@gmail.com.